This is the morning of February the 1st, 2024. As of today, I shall be depriving myself of tobacco and alcohol. So none of that for an entire month. Possibly something else as well. I'm not sure if I can do that yet. The reason I'm doing this is as an experiment, because I'm going to find this very difficult to do. It's going to frustrate me greatly with no pressure release valve, and I want to put that frustration and turn it into inspiration to make to make some volume, yes, and to make an album using solely my vocal cords. Obviously my vocal cords going in, and then effects. I can use as many effects as I want, but no other instruments other than my voice. So this is going to be a once in a lifetime thing for me, because I don't really like abstaining. It doesn't do my mental health much good, but we shall see. I did do this last year, but just with alcohol. I think I still smoked, and that was pretty tough. So this time I'm going the whole hog, see what it does to my head, and yeah, see what sort of very weird music is likely to come out of this experiment. So that's the introduction video. I'll see you in the next segment, whichever way it comes from, and sort of document the process. Cool. Goodbye. Right, 1 week into this experiment. Where I live, last night all the cows were out in the yard, so we had to put them in using the headlights of the car. That wasn't too bad though. And then last night all the electrics decided to go, so had to go out. Woke up at 5:30 when my daughter got up. Had to go out into the fucking shitty weather, and where the trip switches, it's a couple of minutes walk, and then you got to go back and find out what's tripping it. So several trips that I really didn't want to make at that time in the morning, but I had to. So that's pretty shit, and now I've got to find out what's wrong with the electrics today. Once the daylight comes, it's just starting to come. Just been out, walked the dog, fed the pigs, fed the calves, and it's days like today which really does make you want to say fuck it. But the experiment will continue. I won't give in. I've started to make some very, very weird music. It's probably going to get a lot weirder as time goes on, because the frustration levels are going to grow and grow and grow, especially when life does not treat you fairly, like today. Okay, so that's the 1 week update, I think. Songs are starting to come together. No alcohol, no tobacco, no something else at the minute. I've managed to achieve that, so we'll see how we go. There you are. That's the 1 week update done. Right, halfway, 2 weeks in. I haven't drunk a drop of alcohol for 2 weeks. I haven't smoked any tobacco for 2 weeks. I haven't done anything else for 2 weeks. It's, sometimes it's easy, and sometimes it's very fucking hard. Now, I know I'm not the most hardcore abstinence person. I'm not going to hold up my arm for the rest of my life in glory of God or anything like that. But I do really much enjoy doing those things, and it does take its toll. Anyway, I pretty much finished making the album, unexpectedly to me. It's only taken half the month. I've sort of made it up as I've gone along. Any sort of rhythms or tunes come into my head, and I've just pretty much come back and crammed them into a recording session whenever I could. The object of the album was to create something using only my voice, which I've done. Everything on the album is just my voice, and then there's various effects and obviously layered up on top of it. It's inadvertently ended up sounding like a cross between Monty Python and Anal Cunt, without the redeeming quality of the instruments. So, should be quite interesting to listen to. It's very strange. And that's about it, I think, for the update. Halfway through. It's tough, and I'm very much looking forward to March, where I can plant loads of seeds, grow lots of vegetables, drink lots of beer, smoke lots of tobacco, and have one big motherfucking release. Goodbye. Right, week 3 complete. Sober for 3 weeks. So it gets easier and harder as time goes on. For instance, yesterday I uploaded the Roasted album A Meal to Die For, which comes out on March the 21st, little plug there, and I felt like I had accomplished something, so I really wanted a drink last night, but I still abstained, so I was carrying on. So 3 weeks and 1 week to go. It's starting to take its toll, but I think also my mental acuity is sharper. That might be for other reasons as well. But I still don't want to discuss them until the very last segment. So let's see if I get there or not. To pad this boring section out, I thought I'd show the artwork for the music that I'd made. This is the original. Oh, I'll try and get in the light there for you to see. Yes, that was suitably odd, and then I messed around with it a little bit. I kind of always had a thing about checkers and sort of whatnot, so yes, I wanted to make it as odd as possible. Sort of suits the madness that I've made in that music. Right, I don't think there's much else to say apart from that. I'm still going strong. I fucking hate doing it, and I'm damn well looking forward to having a drink in a week or so. Okay, see you at the last segment. Right, 4 bastard weeks completed. Not a drop of alcohol, not a puff of smoke. Beginning to take its toll. I really am looking forward to tomorrow, because of course it's a leap year this year, which means I've got another bastard day to get through. Something else. Well, that's something else, soon as I've been banging on about it. I thought it was going to be impossible, but I've actually managed to do it so far. And that was retaining my semen. I thought it was going to be absolutely impossible. I managed to do it. I will say, for the gentleman watching this, it does improve your mental ability. It makes you sharper. It also makes you less tolerant, I've found, of bullshit. And it definitely makes you feel more energetic and youthful. I guess if it was in nature, all the testosterone that's not being expelled would be going back into your body and invigorating you to give you more power to be able to expel it into a female and reproduce somewhere. So I managed to successfully conquer that as well. I sure am looking forward to tomorrow though. Oh, one last thing. The reason why I started to do all this in the first place was that album of weird stuff using my vocals. I completed the album, but then last week or this week or whatever it was, I just couldn't sleep. Well, for a few days I had a melody running around in my head, and I thought, you know what, if I don't put it on the album, it's gonna fuck me off. And it was just going around in my head. It was about 3:30 in the morning. I was like, no, it's no good. It's got to go up. It's got to go. By this point, I'd already uploaded it all to be released on the 1st of March, which will be tomorrow. So I had to take it all down from the streaming services and cancel it, and then re-upload, re-record. It's just this one melody that I had running in my head. Well, melody, whatever. One vocal line. And I guess the lesson of that is, if you're creating a piece of art or whatever you want to do, the subconscious or the creative world does not care about timelines in this world. If it wants to come, it'll come, and it's up to you whether you invite it or not, or whether you say yes, that's worth taking. And in my case, it was. I was just like, every time I think about this this particular phrase, I sing it in this way in my head, and if I don't put it on the album, it will forever annoy me. So I ripped everything down from the internet, re-recorded it, and then re-uploaded it again, which I could tell you was a major pain in the ass. But if you think it's worth it, do it. And remember, art doesn't care about our time. It just is what it'll be, when it'll be, etc, etc. And yes, I think that's pretty much it. This is the last day of this experiment. I'm going to make a very, very brief short video in the morning to prove that I did it. Well, as I prove, you're going to have to take my word that I did all of this. But as you can probably tell, I have not had anything for a month. None of the pleasures which I really enjoy in life for 1 whole month. So it's driving me a bit crazy. And I'm looking forward to tomorrow morning. Okay, that's that. I think I've mentioned everything from this experiment. Yep, if you want to try it, you may not be as affected as what I am, or whatever. And I'm not so extreme as some people, but this has been pretty darn extreme for my own mind. So that's that. No more waffling. Goodbye. Do you know, I've always had a great admiration for the month of March. Underrated month of the year, I'd say. And I completed my task. Just to prove I'm not fibbing, it's 4 AM on March the 1st. I couldn't sleep. I kept thinking about the Harkonnen Devastator from Emperor Battle for June, which came out in 2001 on the PC. I don't know why. Anyway, thought I'd treat myself to a single malt, a little bit of Talisker. First drink in over a month. Wunderbar! Anyway, that's the end of the journey. I made this, I'll put it here somewhere, very strange piece of music, and I'll link to a Harkonnen Devastator for some reason as well in the video, why not. Cheers now, goodbye.